Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces July 28, 2022. A reflective theme continues in the first half of the day, with the moon in your solar 8th house. It's a time of the lunar month for building your emotional strength and observing and planning. Events and revelations are such that you recognize the need to turn your helping and healing efforts towards your own needs. The moon heads into your spirit sector later today, and you're more interactive. You crave different or non-routine activities. Sharing, learning, and teaching are in good favor. You can be somewhat averse to routines that seem particularly dull with your new focus. Keep your daily routine, calendar, and work schedule light today. In fact, if you're too focused on the details and cracking the whip, you'll miss out on all of the fun. Venus, our lesser benefic now orbiting in the degrees of a fellow water sign, will shout across the heavens abruptly to catch the attention of mighty Jupiter, the greater benefic. This ensures that you'll feel optimistic, generous, and in the mood for love, whether single or attached. This jovial mood will aid your personal life by giving you the chance to be sensual, sweet, and humorous. If taken, plan a sweet night of intimacy, or if single, consider setting up a first date. How can you enjoy your professional trajectory? Of all the squares to occur, Venus in Cancer square Jupiter in Aries is by far one of the better ones, as its reactive nature is willing to take the lead with the development of your job. Instead of blindly charging forward, you should consider what commitments are worth pursuing so that you can further your professional progression. Venus encourages you to think about what aspects of the job you want to nurture, so there is something to look forward to in your work life. Your ego should be feeling charged today, and emotionally, you should be feeling strong. This doesn't give you permission to be reckless, however. In fact, your greatest asset is your slow, steady, and methodical way of handling your finances. Keep yourself stable and grounded at all times. You have a distinct advantage over others today, thanks to your keen eye for detail and critical way of thinking. Private affairs will run smoothly thanks to your relaxed and open manner. No nasty surprises are waiting around the corner, and you have the chance to finally clear up an old misunderstanding. You are obviously a good listener and give your family and friends the feeling that you're on the same wavelength as them. Watch out for the new types you're hanging with right now. You're flashing back to old times. Don't adopt an anything goes attitude just because the cool kids are doing it. Wherever you go, people are pleased to see you. Your poise, self-confidence in matters of the heart opens doors, and you come across as rather an interesting proposition whenever you arrive on the scene. Be sure to make the most of your availability and fully employ your willingness to show interest in others. Today you might find that some of your more ambitious plans could finally seem to be getting off the ground. You should be happy about this, but you might actually go into a panic, fearing that everything could crash at the last minute. Don't assume the worst, and don't waste any energy worrying. Keep striving. You've gotten this far, and with a little effort all should go well. Hang in there. The energy of this day can give you the courage to bring your ideas forward. It is usually pretty easy for you to face others and to pitch your ideas, even when you think you're unsure of everything. With the added boost you'll get from this vibration, nothing is going to hold you back. Your confidence will soar. Don't think too long about telling others your ideas. Go for it. Things will go your way once you apply yourself. Having the moon in an adventurous part of your chart in the heart of the working week might sound like a case of bad timing, but this is an advantage on both sides of life's fence. In the lead up to the moon's return to your career sector tomorrow and the new moon this will create at a pivotal point in the year on both the job and career fronts, this can guard against overthinking things. Even the professional gods are calling for a wait-and-see approach for another 24 hours, while the Moon and Venus are fueling a sense of adventure that will be hard to ignore. Having Venus, the planet of love, in an adventurous part of your chart is bringing the spirit of romance and adventure together, while an alignment with the Moon today is helping to amplify this even more. The Moon is also connecting with the two planets in retrograde motion in your romantic sector, amplifying a mix of romance, adventure and nostalgia that is here to stay. Our eyes in the sky. The morning should be a peaceful one as the moon continues its journey through dreamy Leo. You might have received psychic messages while you were dreaming last night, so be sure to write down any astral plane encounters that stick in your head. A mystical vibe permeates the air all day, making it the perfect time to start your morning with a spiritual rite, meditation, or nature walk. The universe is looking for ways to connect with you, especially when the moon forms an alliance with fantastical Neptune this afternoon. Look for synchronicities or angel numbers, and pay attention to any emotional shifts that come on suddenly, because you could be having a psychic or empathic experience. This evening, Lady Luna forms a helpful connection to Pluto, which is an excellent time to take a cleansing bath or perform a house blessing. You might also want to take a second to honor your ancestors, because the veil that separates us from the other side is slightly thinner now. Be sure that you're using your voice over the next several weeks, especially if you find that other people are trying to dominate you or take you for granted. The day's astrology is quiet until the Leo moon aligns with Neptune in the early afternoon, leading to heightened idealism and confusion. Our guard is down, which is not a bad thing if we are in the presence of trusted friends and confidants. However, we are also liable to see the best in others, even when they have demonstrated evidence of their character to the contrary. Instead of placing our faith in something outside ourselves, we can use this time to relax, meditate, or throw ourselves into an artistic practice. Zoning out to mindless entertainment is also a relatively harmless way to pass the time. Because we are self-centered, we see information through a lens of our history and mythology. The stories we share highlight our personal exploits as triumphant feats or cautionary tales, always with a moral to convey. There is nothing wrong with centering our experiences or the powers of our own intellect. We do this daily in small ways, no matter what sign Mercury is drifting through, as our realities are subjective. However, we should be mindful that dominating the narrative can be distressing for the other person in the conversation, especially if someone is trying to have a legitimate heart-to-heart with us. There will be ample time to play the role of both the storyteller and the audience member throughout this transit.